everybody, so today's video I'm going to teach you how to do these ombre sunset nails. So this is what they look like. I love them so much. I've gotten so many compliments on them. Mine are starting to chip a little bit just because I've been wearing these about 4 days or so, but I love them. I probably should have done a little bit thicker of the polish to make it last longer, but it is chipping a little bit, but I have been doing a lot of cleaning and stuff, so that's probably why. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget to tweet me a picture if you try it out. Hope you enjoy the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to need is sponges, and these are by Essence of Beauty that I found at CVS. They're just wedge sponges. I don't recommend getting the flat round ones for this. Then you're going to need some type of base coat. This is the Orly Bonder. A white nail polish as a base. This is Orly French Tip. Then you can choose whatever colors you like as long as they fade well together. I really liked using the neon colors. So I used purple, neon pink, neon orange, and a bright yellow. Then finish it off with your favorite top coat. I'm using Seche Vite Fast Dry Top Coat. So I've already went ahead and done some of them for you just so you can see. I've been practicing this a lot. I've already done it on my toes. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that. It didn't really turn out the greatest to me, at least. It wasn't that airbrushed look. So by practicing it, I found a good way to do it because a lot of people make it look so easy like on YouTube, but when I actually went to do it, I struggled a lot and I couldn't get it to blend nicely. So some things that I found that were definitely helpful were to use neon colors, and I was using more of like medium, more muted colors because I wanted just to have like a pink, orange, and a yellow, but they weren't neons. But I find that the neons look a lot better because they're brighter, so the gradient just seems to fade nicer. I don't know what it is about it. The ones I decided to use was this purple color by Nina Ultra Pro. You can get these at Sally's Beauty Supply. This one is called Passion Pink. It's sometimes like when you put on your nails it looks more pink if you don't have a white base under it, but if you put a white base under it, it looks more of a neon purple. Then for the pink, I used China Glaze's Shocking Pink. This is my favorite hot pink or neon pink nail polish color. And when I showed the picture of my toes, I just used these three colors, but I found it actually looks better with an orange in between just because yellow and pink don't blend that well together. You would think if you overlap them it would turn to orange, but it doesn't. So I added this little orange color that I found by Sally Girl. You can get these at Sally's Beauty Supply. This one is in the color Amped, and I don't really have a neon orange. I have a lot of oranges, but they're not neon, so this is the only one I could find that I had that was closest to that, because it would look funny if you threw in just a regular orange that wasn't neon. So these are the four that I'm going to be using. You can use as many or as little as you want. You don't have to use these same colors. You could do like a blue and green and yellow gradient. I think that would look really cool too, but I wanted to kind of go for that sunset look. So I might be calling this sunset nail tutorial or something because I wanted to go for that warmer pinks and oranges, that sort of colors. Another thing that I also found that really helped is to not use the more flimsy edge on the wedge sponge like this. I think it just, I don't know, it didn't absorb as much in the way when you press it down. It wasn't firm enough to really put the nail polish down, so I think using an edge like this on the 90-degree angle works a lot better. This side might be okay, but this one is definitely too flimsy because as you can see it's a lot smaller. So this didn't work too well when I did it on my thumb, so I had to take it off and redo it. Some people say you can use like a nude color, but I think white looks the best, especially underneath neon. It really makes it pop. So for that I use this Orly French Tip color. I don't have a plain white nail polish. This one is for French tips, but it still has a big brush, and this is in the color White Tips. So I use this as a base. It doesn't go on very good. As you can see, it's pretty streaky, but it doesn't really matter because this is under the color. You can't really see anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and open up all the bottles. This just makes it go faster when I'm putting it on, just so it's not, so it doesn't start to dry. Oh, I forgot to mention the yellow. This is Essie's Shorty Pants. I think it's from one of the old summer collections. It's not really a neon yellow, but it's definitely a very bright canary yellow. So I'm going to start off by applying the purple. And you want to apply a generous amount onto here and just kind of really thicken and layer it up. So you want to make sure you pay attention to how thick you're doing the lines as to how long your nail is and how wide your nail is. So I like to kind of overlap them a little bit just so they blend. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to flip it over and then start stamping my nail. You don't want to press down too hard, and you also want to make sure that your nail polish dries. So see, it's that easy and you get that nice gradient effect. And if you didn't get as far down, just take the edge of it, like where the purple is, and kind of dab it in. You can even take the yellow and just kind of dab it on the tips. And it's kind of difficult sometimes to get the edge of your nail, so you just want to hold it sideways and do it. So after you get the color on there like this, you don't want to go back over it and try to do a second layer right away because the sponge is going to absorb that wet color that you just put on. So you want to make sure you wait until it starts to dry a little bit before you go back in with the second layer. You could just leave it like this, or you could add another layer if you want that extra pop. Like even the edge here, put a little bit of a color on there and then go back in and touch up that individual color. Even if it's not in the bottom or the top, you can still kind of touch it up if you use just one of these plain edges right here to touch up that one color. So also the key to this is making sure that the white nail polish is totally dry. You don't want it to be sticky or anything because that's just going to mess up the white underneath. I also did that when I was doing my toes. I would press it down and it would just smudge the white underneath. I'm waiting for the white to dry because I actually went ahead and did another coat on these just because like on the thumb some of the streaks are showing through, but I might go back over with the sponge again on here. But I just went ahead and did another coat, so I'm waiting on this to fully dry. I'm just going to take a Q-tip and some nail polish remover and clean up all the edges because you are going to get some on your nails. And if you don't put too much on your sponge, like too much across, then you won't have all this mess here, but you are going to have some to get off. Okay, so for this, I'm actually going to try to use this side right here, just so I don't have to get a new sponge. So I went ahead and went in with the second coat and it looks way better. The camera's not even picking up how bright these nails are. I will show you plenty of pictures, but it is like neon. Like, this is crazy neon colors. Perfect for summertime, but it's much brighter with the second coat, and it did blend pretty well. Alright, so now I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then I'm going to go in with the second coat, especially on this one and this one, because you can see the orange went up a little too far on this one, and this one got a little bit of orange on the top. So I'm going to close up all my bottles so they don't dry up, and then I'm going to wait and go in with the second coat, because as you can see the difference, the second coat makes a huge difference as to how bright the neon is. So as you can see, I took the same sponge and did it on all my nails. I didn't have to really reapply the color at all to it. It's so saturated in the sponge that there was still color on it. But what I'm going to do to touch up is just add some yellow polish to my edge right here, just so I can touch up the one nail that doesn't have enough yellow. So now I'm just going to add my favorite top coat, which is this Seche Vite Fast Dry top coat, just to seal it all in and make all the colors blend better together. You could go over this with the glitter if you really wanted it to blend, but I think that might be a little too much. Maybe if you just did it on your ring finger. You want to make sure that you are sealing the sides really good because there's not a lot of polish here on the side, so it might chip some. So these are my finished ombre nails. It's kind of picking up the neon, but not clearly as much as it is. So make sure you head over to my blog where I have tons of pictures where you can see this and a nail of the week on it and everything. And I'll have all my products listed on there as well. But I hope you guys liked these sunset nails. I think it's really pretty, and this is perfect for summertime or springtime, whenever you want to wear it. But I love this. You could use any color combination you want, and I hope this was helpful. Make sure you check out Miss Jen Fabulous too, because this is where I learned how to do this from, and she's just awesome and fabulous, and her nail tutorials are really great. So make sure you check her out and tell me what you think in the comments below, and also tweet me a picture if you decide to try this out, because I would love to see it on your nails and the colors that you chose. And make sure you follow me on Instagram too if you want to see what it looked like on my toes. And my Instagram username is just glam-me-up. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye everyone.